Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Ace, and I got another Smite live commentary here for you, doing some more assault as I try to unlock all the gods. I don't have the god pack, of course. Surprisingly enough, in my previous video with Sobek, I did say that I wanted to play Ymir, and now, as luck may have it, I'm playing as Ymir. So that's all kinds of awesome. Now I'm gonna pick up full tank mode. So let's just see what we can do. Pick up a reinforced boost. Do I want to pick up a reinforced boost? Let's just pick up a level 1. And then let's see what the enemy has. Magical, physical, physical, magical, magical. So 2 physical, 3 magical. Let's pick up a magical item then. Yes, Void Stone. I should have picked Void Stone completely. That was a little bit stupid. Yes, it was. I'll pick up a Gaia Stone as well instead of actually buying consumables and such. Oh, bad start. Such a bad start. You want to pick up... I would have probably picked up a full Void Stone and some consumables. Something along those lines. That would have been significantly better. But at least I got some regen now as well, I suppose. And some magical protection from both sources. And a reinforced boots. Which might be nice. But as you can see, everybody starts off with a level 3 item. I'm just an idiot. So don't do this build. Just build... If you fight against these guys, just pick up a full tank item. Like Gaia Stone or Void Stone, have a good day with it. Nonetheless, I should be able to survive most of the magical burst damage because of this. Let's see what we can do. As I use my beloved combo of all kinds of wonderful things that do all kinds of wonderful damage. Oh, as I get a stun on me, I might die there. Nope, I am able to get out, but unfortunately our Bacchus is down. And our entire composition is mainly tanks. Which means we can do a lot of taking of damage, we just can't do a whole lot of damage. Which is going to be problematic, as we will see as we continue. This is also why I want to pick up the Gaia Stone, because once I get my health items, I can at least sustain for days and become useful like that. As usual. Alright, there is of course the stun and the block. And I'm going to take a lot of damage now as I try to avoid most of it. Golly, getting so low, but we just can't. Well, we can. Back is going hyphy. He pulls it off. The fat man starts to sing. Unfortunately, the game is only over when the fat lady sings, so we're not anywhere just yet. Right, Artemis going a little bit too hyphy. I'm going to see if I can just burn her down. Let's add an ice block to that, and let's see how much damage we can pump into her. Not too much, as I'm a little bit too low, so I'm a little bit scared. I'm going to back off and just appreciate my ice wall and my stun over there. Alright, let's just do some auto attacking. Maybe some clearing of waves. Of course, I don't have meditate just yet, so I can definitely tell that. Oh yeah, of course, Ra has a heal. Completely forget about that. We can sustain for days if we just pay attention to Ra's heal. Now, I can't do anything. I have not the health to do much of stunning or using of ice walls or such. Even my ultimate can't be used. Ice is getting a little bit hyphy, so I'm waiting for the heals. There you are, going to avoid the explosive damage from Isis. Isis is going to be a very difficult target to get a lock on. For obvious reasons, she's very quick. And very deceptive. Bacchus goes in. Can I do something with my stun? I don't think I can, as I get stunned myself. I should just use my stun. But I hesitated, I tried to go at somebody who was already backing off and is way faster than me. And I died to pay the price. I was really low in health anyway, but it is how it is. I'm going to pick up Void Stone. And I'm gonna pick up a consumable. Actually, I'm gonna pick up 2 consumables. There you go. And obtain a little bit more damage. That will help out my team. As we have 4 magical damage dealers, of course. I believe it's Bacchus, I believe, is also magical. So Void Stone definitely a good pickup. Sobek apparently also has it. So I guess we always have Void Stone around us. As wow, that tower is melting a little bit too fast. A little bit too furious. Ice wall goes down. There is the stun. Can I do any damage? It is potent enough? I don't think I can. Unless I might be able to do something with my ultimate. Slows for days. Do pick up nothing. That is very, very impressive, I suppose. I'm getting stunned, so I might not be able to do anything with my ice wall. I do pick up the ice wall though, but Kali is trying to pick up me as I stun her and then walk off, but it's very difficult to deal with. As Sobek does charge, but just a second too late as I do die. I don't have any physical damage, at least not any good physical resistance. So she can burn me down if she gets the lock on me. Alright, however, what I can do right now though is pick up a meditate. Can I pick up an Aegis? Yes, I can. And probably wait until... No, I'm going to directly go back in. So at least I have my active items. Pretty much infinite mana. Of course, also my potential invulnerability for a second. So that should buy me some time as we go back in. It's 7 against 10. We just don't really have the damage. I might have to pick up one physical item. And then after that just go damage. Burst damage wise. Even though for Ymir that doesn't really work all that well, if I say so myself. Right, I'm gonna see if I can stun there. Stun Anubis. Sobek pulls him out of my attack. And he just gets away because of that synergy. Sometimes it's gonna work against you. Alright, but I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna take some healing even though I'm full health, so I don't need for that anyway. So we should try and synergize our tanking instead of trying to avoid that synergy. Alright, there's the stun. As apparently nobody gets hit. I was out of range. How is that even a thing? Alright, but our Bacchus dies, their Rod dies. So it's a 1-for-1. I'm still pretty much full health. Gonna pick up some heals though. If you're not full health, you can always take a little bit of health. Especially when it's a free spell like that for you. It's not like you're eating a potion at this stage. Right. Gonna have to go back. We have to heal. They have also got some various sustain, or some serious sustain, thanks to Isis ultimate of course, and Aphrodite, which is immense with her healing. Very intense. Almost impossible to block unless you have some kind of character that can, you know, reduce healing. And we have Sobek, but we don't have the damage to outdo or deal with that, I suppose, unless we burst them all down respectfully. I try to do some Ice Wolf, but there you go, nothing gets really from it. Get a nice one before anything else. See, there you go, another nice AoE heal. They are pretty much all topped off. And they can just keep healing for days. Let's see what we can do. There's the Ice Wolf. There's my stun. Gonna see if I can use some ultimate right there. As Artemis gets and Aphrodite. There you go! Ace Wolf has slain Dancy. Get a nice double kill right there. Let's see if I can do something with this. As it turns it, I'm trying to zone out Kali with my 2. Let's use an Ice Wall right over here, forcing them out. Let's do a mana heal. Let's do a stun on top of that. As they all fall down, but we just don't have the damage to deal with it. Bacchus comes in. Let's get the kill. I underestimate Bacchus. Bacchus is a beast, for a fat drunk man at least. As I take a little bit of damage, but I'm also getting healed at the same time, so no win or real loss there. Bacchus going in for the kill at the tower. Let's see if I can block him. Or get the kill myself right there. There is hopefully the stun. He gets off. Sobek gets the kill. Come on, Sobek, get the kill. There he goes. Nice assist there with the stun. And we should be alright. We are coming back strongly. Tank game, best game. Not really, but you know, it's about philosophy of things. Clean up the minions here. Pick up some heal as I run back, but get stunned. I might get burned down. Trying to get behind the minions to avoid the auto attacks as I walk over my ice wall like this. It's a very awesome escape like this for Ymir. As Bacchus goes in, probably will get killed right there. I have a nice chunk of money. If I had my boots and my Gaia Stone, I can possibly just sustain for days because of my meditate heal as well. My mana heal if you like. So I have to decide what I'm gonna do. Do I really want to die? Because if I keep alive, dying becomes more important. Or not dying becomes more important, to be a little bit more exact. Kali is just trying to bait us. We're just gonna fight at our tower then. If we don't have Bacchus, and we clearly need Bacchus. Right, can't get the stun, it's the immunity that gets us. Alright, dropping almost very low, can't get the heal. Ra's being stunned. He's probably gonna get killed right now. No, it's not even Ra, it's Apollo, my bad. Oh, that's nasty. That's just, Ice is just going hyphy right there. Let's see what we can do with that. Alright, I'm okay. He gets immunity if he does that. The more you know. Alright, Artemis getting a little bit too hyphy. I'm trying to avoid like a boss, and I've done so quite efficiently. Get the snipe! Yes! I have almost no health. I quite literally have no health at this stage. I had less than 50, 54 or so, give or take. So I just have to die right now. I just have to hope that Bacchus is able to hold that lane, because look at that. Anubis can just go for it. Ah, there's this ability that I was waiting for. I was waiting for him to auto attack or do something like that, but he just used his AoE ability. Now getting more resist, getting more boots, getting a higher mana regen. And let's pick up some potions so I can sustain myself even better. Now I'm pretty much invulnerable when it comes down to damage. I just need some health, a physical protection item, and some damage as they are walking on our second tower. We just don't have the auto attack damage. Apollo does, but he can't melt those towers with just Apollo. Unless he gets extremely fed, but I believe he has been getting dunked quite efficiently. Yeah, with 4 kills, it's not all that pretty. So I'm about to go back in. Here we go. Let's actually pick up another health pot, just because we can. And I just need to work on some, well, on some items that will give me health and possibly physical protection as well. So I might be looking at... Do we want to pick up a Wall of Absolution? That would probably be nice, a Wall of Absolution. I'm gonna probably pick it up as Sovereignty maybe, as an AoE tank item. Oh, Apollo gets dunked there. Nope, not having it. Isis not having it whatsoever. He actually gets away with it because my damage is not good enough. That's just infuriating. Let's pop a potion because I'm going to take a lot of damage right here. Let's use my Ice Wall as I will walk and slow for a set amount of time. Here we go. There's a lot of damage coming in. But luckily enough, I do have the Gaia Stone at this stage. So I might be able to heal myself back up. I have a health pot ticking as well. But they just have so much damage. This is the nasty side effect of playing Assault against a good team comp. It's just not good. I'm going to do a stun right there as I take a lot of damage. Gonna pop up another healing pot. Heal it too. Alright, let's block him with my Ice Wall. I still have my Aegis. I probably have to get out of here right now before I get sniped from my Aegis. Because that would be all kinds of unnecessary. Oh god! They're getting a little bit too hyphy. They're just auto-taking my tower down and I can't do anything against that. It's so infuriating. There's the spin to win and the invulnerability. There's my stun though. Can I follow up with that? I don't think I can. Gonna pop my Aegis right here as I move up. Try to do some kind of zoning there just for a split second, but we just don't have the damage. It's immense. They have so much damage, and of course they are being fed as well. There's nothing we can do at this stage besides just tanking the damage because we have 3 tanks. We have a support that is trying to become Smite, and he can, but it's just not good enough. It's Apollo getting his items as well very slowly because he only has 2 kills and 5 deaths. So yeah, it's if Ra and Apollo were getting carried, you know, it would be good, because then we had 3 tanks and they could just go wild and we just help them for days. I think Bacchus is the best player at this stage. Yeah, Bacchus is a beast. But yeah, we need also all 5 people and just jump on them and just lock them down for days. It's the only plan that I can possibly have at this stage. It might work. Alright, at least I got my boots now as well. Should probably work on some kind of health item. I don't know though, I really don't know. Let's pick up Sovereignty. Does anybody else have it already? No, I think I just pick it up. Pretend that I am good for my team. Alright, let's see what we can do. Bacchus is going in. He's taking not a lot of damage. Let's put an Ice Wall into the equation. Let's put a stun right there. Let's use a giant ultimate that will slow Kali down and possibly kill her. As I do get the kill. Yes, that is exactly what I wanted. As we are now able to hopefully turn this around against them. And once again, we just don't have the auto attack damage unless Apollo can make something happen. Let's use Ice Wall right there, Ice Wall right there. Getting the stun on Isis as we try to body block and burn her down. There it is. He does go very low though. As he does die, which is low enough for me. As low as you can go if you like. We'll take some AoE damage. Take a lot of damage. Let's put an Ice Wall up there. Body block hopefully. Body blocking Aphrodite is just not enough as we finally start burning down. Hopefully, what appears to be this tower. I'm going to do some damage on it. Hopefully take some damage from the tower so my team doesn't take it. Good guy tank. As our minions walk in finally. We do get the kill on what appears to be Artemis, but our Sova does die in the process. We get the tower as well. And we're slowly climbing our way back up. But don't underestimate it. This is not a good thing just yet. Because you have to understand, they have sustained days. Also, they are just about to respawn. Besides their Artemis, clearly. So this can turn all kinds of nasty still. I'm gonna put down a wall to save hopefully Bacchus. Yes, I will back off. And just enjoy my health regen there for a second. Ra needs to heal Bacchus because we need Bacchus. Bacchus is currently our greatest dude of our team. His skill set is invaluable. as he actually gets destroyed almost here. Gonna pick up a stun, clean up some minions, and hopefully pretend that I can get a Kali again. There's my ultimate. Everett's going to stand in it. Not sure why she did that, but there you go. She drops amazingly low, but she can heal for almost full health if she doesn't watch out. Everett Bacchus gets the jump. Wonderfully done. However, I am being, well, sandwiched. I'm going to put down my 2, hopefully do some more damage. And it doesn't turn into anything, but Kali might drop right here. There's the damage. Bacchus lives to tell the tale. I drop, which I'm totally fine with because I am practically useless when I'm out of mana or my cooldowns are up. I'm gonna pick down some more health and some physical protection finally, as apparently our Bacchus finally dropped. That was a good fight though. We put up a good fight, but we just started to drop. We don't have the strong sustain. Yes, we do have a Ra, but as you can see, nobody is really walking into his heal. Everett, however, she has amazing wave clear. And on top of that, she does amazing healing with that. That synergy is immense. As they are trying to walk on us, Sobek and Ra and Apollo, this could actually turn in our favor if Sobek tanks correctly, but Apollo getting melted here. Snipe! Wonderful snipe there by Ra, bringing down their Ra, but our Sobek does drop. It's currently 2 damage dealers, 1 physical, 1 magical against each other, but Apollo getting stunned right here. This is the end of Apollo. If he does live, it's going to be a goddamn miracle as he drops. Gonna pick up something? No, just a little bit more. Alright, let's see if I can do something for Ra. As I walk back in. Our Phoenix getting melted though. Not a good thing. Gonna get the stun up there. Gonna see if I can get Isis there. Phoenix gets the damage done that was required. There you go. Eagerness once again showing that it is possible to turn dangerous things around if you abuse the eagerness of the enemy team, if you get the opportunity. Now let's see what we can do is with more eagerness. Let's Kali, get the stun on Kali, but the damage won't probably be enough. Unless we can stun lock her. There's the spin to win move. I'm gonna pop my potion as I will hopefully do something useful with this. Alright, there's my ultimate. Aphrodite drops very low. Gonna pop up a what appears to be an ice wall to hopefully zone her out, get a stun on her, get a 2 on her, and now I probably need to do a mana heal and get a bit back because I'm dropping a tad bit low. Gonna wait for my cooldowns to come up. There is Sobek. We might be seeing some good initiation right here. Let's do some ice walling. The walling of Isis as I walk into a trap. After that, getting awkwardly low. Let's zone her out. Oh, it's just not enough. Gonna get a stun on her. Yes, I can. I just need to walk up her. No, I can't get her. It's just not enough. Sobek is about to die. He uses his ultimate to get away, and it seems like he might very well be doing such a thing. Gonna try an ice wall into safety. Maybe do some zoning with my 2 if I get the opportunity to do such a thing. To pick up some more people or minions for the monies. Need a heal Ra, please Ra, heal Ra. Ra, come on Ra. Retreat! Ra, I like your snipes, I do, but we need heals. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, let's see what they want to do. Let's see if I can juke their stuff. And hopefully get a stun up of some sort, do some damage. There's Bacchus. My ultimate almost back up. I'm going to just stank this damage here. And hopefully get something going. There's my ultimate. Anubis is probably going to get picked. Oh no, he uses his Aegis perfectly to avoid the damage. But I did pop his Aegis, which might be good for us. Akali very low. Anubis, oh, where? Alright, wonderful. Can I get an ice wall on her? Can I get a stun on her? Yes, I can. Let's auto attack her to death, Bacchus. Like bosses, we are the tank that our team deserves and the one that it needs right now. But we need more damage as well. So we're doing great, but we could have done greater right now. We are picking up slowly 3 kills behind. We are still 1 objective behind. I'm going to pick up some heals. Sobek just getting a little bit too high. That was just a kill. He was just waiting to die. That was just feeding them kills. That is not a good thing. Alright. I may want to pick up a mark of... Would I want to do it? No, that's probably not good enough. Then again, they are very squishy, so that might very well be a good thing. Right, gonna get a stun there on Isis. Gonna put down an ice wall between those 2. See if I can take up some time for Isis himself. Gonna pop a mana heal. Gonna stand behind enemy lines. As I hopefully trick them into some kind of awesome thing. But it doesn't look like it's going to turn into anything. Bacchus, let's just use an ice wall right there. As you jump out of the harm's way. As I get slowed for days. Then that was annoying. Alright, let's see who is following us. Isis by the looks of it. I do get the stun, but I get a double stun bite back. Let's do some damage and go back up. I still have my Aegis myself. Oh, nope, that's not gonna happen. Gonna block them down. Bacchus jumps out and we are good to go. Does Bacchus have any regen besides his item? Wait, doesn't he have... Yeah, it's Stone of Gaia, but that's about it. Fair enough, there's Apollo, so we could potentially turn into some kind of kill something here. Gonna pop down my wall. Ice is getting ultimated by Aphrodite, so no damage there. As Apollo gets back, no, not more back, but why would Apollo run in like that? We just don't have the damage, as I'm forced to use my Aegis and hopefully use my stun to make something happen, but it's just not happening. We need to be safer. Okay, you know what? We need to be safe. I don't even know what the right word is anymore. We need to be safe. I'm gonna go with the W. I don't even know how to spell anymore. It's like, God! Just one of those things. As you can see, we are very close to our Phoenix losing as well. They can just melt them because they have a lot of auto attack damage. Gonna pick up my AoE tanking item and hopefully finally pick up some health. That might be... I'm actually thinking about picking up a mystical mark due to the fact that it gives me a chunk of health, physical protection, also 40 damage per second within a lot of feet, of course, looking at the nice area around me. But then again, I could also just pick up a ethereal staff, get even more health. Oh, and more mana as well. I'm gonna pick up a... I just feel like I can't... My damage, my abilities, I should say, are just not good enough to make something like that happen, I suppose. I'm gonna pick up a level 3 and a level 2 Aegis. Alright, let's see what we can do to save, hopefully, this wonderful Minotaur. As I go back and forth to get the stun, or at least the snare right there. Alright, Minotaur, if you want to regen, just go for it. Alright, there's my ice wall. Do get the stun right there. And let's see if I can actually walk back into enemy lines. It doesn't look like I have anything. If I had like something like Blink, I would be able to Blink in properly. So many stuns and snares. I'm very happy I picked up my reinforced boots. Alright, here we go. Let's use my ultimate. See if they want to walk out of harm's way. Doesn't appear to be the case. So we forced them to fight. But will it really be enough as our Sobek dies? And we just don't have the damage. Even if I zone them out awesomely, Apollo jumping in, it just doesn't work for much of anything. They just have so much damage that even all our tanks can't do anything. And besides, we don't have really any way of forcing them to tank us, or to let us tank, due to the fact that they can just focus our damage dealers and pretty much call it a good day. Right, probably gonna get out of harm's way. There's the snare. I'm probably gonna die. No, they are holding back. They are holding back, but look at my health. It's just not really there, is it? Alright, we see a snipe going off, hitting multiple targets. Bacchus might be able to do something with this. Let's put a stone of ice, an ice wall if you like, as I take a lot of damage. I'm trying to stay close to give them even more tanking ability thanks to my aura. Aphrodite almost dropping. They are dropping very low. We might be able to turn this into something. Maybe I can get a nice ice wall as I take another snare. There you go. Do zone him. Oh no, block him. I don't even zone him. I block him as Kali still immune. That was a stupid stun. I should have saved it. I thought I was able to stun them in the process. As Bacchus just gets, well, melted. It's not looking pretty. Not looking pretty at all. I'm just going to use my ultimate right there. See if I can kill. Oh, he's just out of harm's way. There you go. Kali basically using her Aegis. I am not mistaken. We do pick her up after a way too long fight. Look at our health pools. We definitely need some healing. Luckily enough, we do have a Ra with hopefully some nice heals. It looks like it. So we might be able to finally push forward. I'm just going to try and zone her out because I can't do a lot of damage anyway. Alright. Put down an ice wall as they work on, of course, everything that is supposed to be worked on. We're going to clean those minions. We finally pick up that second tower. We might still be back in the race. It's very difficult to tell, but we do need our Apollo because he's the only one who can burst down those attack towers. Oh, Sobek going down like it's nothing. Does he haven't even got tank items? He is dying for days. I'm gonna see if I can actually zone out Artemis, but the ice ultimate pretty much makes her invulnerable. Back is going a little bit too high. The tower will hit you harder and harder, dude. Get the hell out of here. We need to back up. We cannot risk it to take casual damage. It's not worth it. Retreat! Indeed, we need to retreat. Let's just look at Sobek's items. No wonder. Sobek is a tank. All his abilities say tank, but he doesn't have any tank items. Now, I understand why he doesn't have picked up any tank items, because we have too many tanks. But his damage pool is still not good enough to really quantify or justify the optimization of magical damage items like that. We'll see. Alright, I'm gonna pick up a stun right there. I'm gonna put down a wall behind me if I don't get silenced like that. There you go. Back is getting pretty much murdered. As I do try and block any kind of, well, auto attacks, but it doesn't turn into anything. Right, now they have focused me. Ra, we need to get the hell out of here. Just run. I'm not even going to try and save you, Ra. It's pretty much everybody for themselves at this stage. Right, let's just put an ice wall right there just to buy ourselves a tad more time. As we will wait for greatness. It's 3 against 5 or 2.5 against 5, I suppose, at this stage. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. Alright, we do have our Phoenix though, so we do have that advantage. Now, if you just get the ability to clean up that wave, they might not be able to be eager enough to face tank. Who knows? It might be a thing. It might be a thing. Alright, do get a nice combination there of blocking, but once again we just don't have the damage to follow that up. Ra getting too high, he gets picked off and he melts. If you get picked off so many times, you would kind of understand that you don't want to be at the front line. We have 3 tanks, one of them is building a little bit more DPS wise, but we still have another tank here. Wait for them to initiate, and they are not initiating because they know they will get melted if they do. And as I say that, I am forced to probably pop my Aegis right here. Maybe pop a stun, as you see my animation of the stun going wild, but it's just not enough. We are too greedy. And this is probably a very good game right there. Because Bacchus, even though he has tank items for days and he's a wonderful skill set, Apollo getting burned down by Anubis, as you can see right there, and our Minotaur is just being the focus point right now. Now Bacchus can pretty much make their entire team go crazy, cause a lot of chaos, but Apollo dies, and now it's 1 against 5, and Bacchus doesn't have the damage to deal with that. Our Minotaur is melting. And Artemis is pretty much trying to zone him out. He doesn't care. It's Bacchus. But even though Bacchus is a badass fat bastard, it's not going to turn into anything as we lost the match. And this is just a pure combination, mainly of a bad team comp, I find, in my personal opinion. Yes, we made some horrible plays. Yes, I made some horrible plays. There's no question about that. I did get a double kill though, but you know, I'm Ymir. It's just also that you saw at the end, Ra just going in, Anubis having a stun, so many snares on their team, just, you can't get picked off like that. Once you have a team comp like this that relies on having everybody there in one giant synchronized team battle, you know, abusing the fact that they don't have a lot of health, because they were pretty squishy, besides, I thought they had a tank. Yeah, well, Alfred has a tank item, but that's pretty much it. They were all pretty squishy overall if you look at it. So we just need to get the items, even on our tanks. You know, probably get a nice magical damage item, so my burst becomes more powerful, or something like that. And we would have been able to probably turn this around. But if you get picked off like Ra did and Apollo did, just because they feel like they need to do damage, they are hyphy, going in 2 against 5, 1 against 5, 3 against 5, against a team that can just snipe you off. And it is so invulnerable against snares and stuns. For example, Kali. You know, it's such a good sustain and invulnerability because Aphrodite ices with her ultimate, and of course with her slow, I believe, as well. Snares, stuns from Artemis. They had such a... They didn't have a tank, but they had so many crowd control options right here that they just destroyed us because we were too eager, or at least our team was too eager, and we paid the price for that. And that's unfortunate, but I couldn't do anything about it, even if I became a little bit too hyphy. I only died 7 times, got 5 kills, got 15 assists, which looks like the average right there on our team. Not the highest though, but also not the lowest. I definitely was in combat all the time, which is good as a tank. You know, you want to get those assists for the golds and such. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something from my learning experiences, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care.